Hello, hello, and happy Sunday. Welcome in. Good to see you, Ferret and Mav. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, GG on first to Ferret. Mav, yeah, I guess there's nothing else here for you. So hello and goodbye. I kid, of course. Yeah, today we are back with Penitent Scholar, and at this point, we're just going to basically be doing a regular run with the twist of, obviously, I want to find all of the skill books and read them all. Hey, Rob, welcome in. Thank you for that. So yeah, we're just going to jump right in today. We're just on the cusp of day 4. And I think we're going to start heading towards Timberwolf Mountain. So we'll just head over into the game and see what's up. This is actually interesting too. This is what the load into an existing sandbox screen looks like, which is also very different from what we have, in modern day TLD. So I kind of like this view. It's nice. I also like the fact that this is in color. I was gonna say, I don't know what PS2 stands for, but that's actually the name that I gave this run. This is the Penitent Scholar 2 run. I was like, PS2, but we're on computer. Yeah, no, that's the deal. Behind, well, sort of half covered by my head, you see that we're in Pleasant Valley in the Prepper's Abandoned Cache. I mean, we still have a lot of this information available in modern day TLD when you load in to an existing run. It just is laid out differently. It looks different. Oh, we can even rename it if we want to, but we're not gonna. It is the Time Warped Librarian. It doesn't matter where or when I'm playing. I'm just always a librarian, I guess. Which is funny, because I'm not. But I wish I was. Alright, we should maybe eat some of these peaches before they get much worse. I don't trust these sardines. For as far as I can throw them. Actually, we should just drop all of this stuff that's low calorie. We have so much food. Like, what's even the point? Of course, the good thing is, because we're in this version of the game, we can climb encumbered. So, it's not like the end of the world, but we do need to drink. That's what I was doing. Yeah, I never really needed to load into a new game, really. Okay. So, let's head out. Sure, you can climb encumbered, but if I saw correctly, it is more exhausting. Well, I figure we might as well leave some stuff behind. Then we can just worry about it next time. I actually think we have a lot of fuel, too. So maybe we can drop some of this stuff, yeah. We can drop some of these. Drop some of these. Let's maybe drop, like, 3 of them. Oh, it's very cold today. Absolutely beautiful morning. I wish this morning was this nice here today. Okay, so we can see that our stamina is dropping quite quickly, but I still think we're gonna make it. Plenty of supplies on the summit anyway. That's what I figure. Let's see. Yes, we do have the firewood and sticks here. That hasn't changed. Wow, what a beautiful morning in Pleasant Valley. This morning it was very overcast here today, and it looks like we're back into the typical January weather of being gray and rainy. Although thankfully it was dry today, and it should be dry a little bit more than I was expecting it would be, but it's going to be very gray again in the coming days. That's a lot of sticks. Oh, I can't resist the sticks. You added another video to the list. Okay, but for the future or for today? I'm gonna play Subnautica 2 alone or with people. I anticipate, of course, I need a little more information on Subnautica 2 once it's actually released, but I think I'm gonna play it alone first, and then I might play with other people. But I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna have to see. During Vigilant Trespass, the next one, Hinterland uploaded a video of then and now comparison of TLD. Oh, very cool. I'm excited to watch that. It hasn't gotten above 10 degrees Fahrenheit here in a couple of weeks. That's just too cold. Also, welcome into it. Good to see you.
Feel thick.
That's like, the other day my parents sent me a picture of their thermometer first thing in the morning, and I I forwarded it on to my coworkers because it doesn't usually get very cold here. You know, it might get a couple degrees below freezing, but it doesn't really get that cold. And so I sent them this picture that my parents sent me, and I was like, you know, I am a firm believer in like 4 seasons and winter being cold, but this is too cold. It was like negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just like, nope, that's the limit. That is too cold. Oh, we're starting to take cold damage. Go figure. Speaking of cold. Yeah, I definitely don't mind cold winters, but you know, it gets to a certain point, you're like, nope, this is ridiculous. Maybe I should stop and make a fire. But we'd have to make a fire that's hot enough to balance out negative 15 degrees. I don't know if I have enough stuff for that. Let's be honest, the graphical changes of TLD over the different states were rather sneaky and sometimes not immediately obvious to notice. That might be interesting. Absolutely. And I'm definitely someone that's, like, unless it's really, really obvious, like, for example, the texture of the books or the clothing or whatever, if it's a subtle change, I'm not going to notice. There are so many times where I'll be setting up a new game, and my husband will be fiddling with the graphic settings, and he's like, "Oh, that looks so much better." I'm like, "If you say so." My brain has already forgotten what it used to look like. It all looks good to me. So I do think it'll look really cool. But when they actually have it like side by side and you can see the differences immediately, I think, and then obviously I noticed that too, and I think it's really cool to see the differences there. Timberwolf Mountain. Maybe this would be a good time to actually explore Timberwolf Mountain a little bit too. Because I don't really spend a lot of time here. Not because I don't like it or anything. It's actually quite a cool region. I just usually run in, run out. You know, I run in, I do the summit, I get the stuff that I need there, and then I leave. But, you know, you could actually take some time to explore this region and really get to know it. The bunnies just look so dark to me all the time. I think they must have made some changes to the way that the lighting affects the wildlife, because at a distance, all of them just look like shadows. There's like no dimension to them. Especially the wolf struggle side by side from 2014 to 2016. I'm assuming you were correcting the 2016 from the 2017 and not from the 2014. Yeah, I'm excited to see the differences. So far I do not see any wolves. Wow, we've already lost a huge chunk of our health. haven't heard any wolves yet, which is also kind of suspicious. Alright, I see 2 out on the ice right now. And a deer. And we are not warming up in here. It is -3. In that case, I suppose we're gonna need to warm up. Let's grab our wood matches. Come on, Astrid! Start the fire! Oh, definitely. Actually, the long dark is much brighter. You'll see in Wintermute when you travel through some of the caves and tunnels.
Damn it!
I'm really excited to find out, because I know that there are still plenty of people who will still say, like, you can't see enough in interiors and stuff like that. But there are definitely some lighting changes. I can already tell. One little fire. Come on, little fire. Yes. Good job, Astrid. Okay, so let's see. We did find matches. Is lighting a fire... Do I have that? Yes. Has enough fuel for a 1-hour fire. Cool. Let's do that. Let's grab our matches. We've got some more fuel here. Let's just explore a little bit. I see there's another book over here, and I think it's a new book for us.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Field Dressing Your Kill. A Guide to Harvesting Game in the Wild by Janet Stockwell. Detailed information about the best way to butcher animal carcasses. Researching this will help you improve your skill. Make no mistake, Miss Stockwell's book puts all others to shame. From Morton Challenger Hunter's Annual. Janet Stockwell has been hunting for longer than you've been breathing. Listen to what she has to say, then listen some more. From Jebediah Smith, Pacific Northwest Hunters Union. The story about this book's inception is nearly as impressive as the book itself. After over 30 years of living a hermit's life deep in the northern wilderness, author Janet Stockwell handwrote every page and diagram you find herein. Now, for the first time in print, you too can benefit from Ms. Stockwell's vast knowledge of wilderness arts. Jackrabbit, small game easy to snare, deer, careful removal of the organs helps ensure the meat is readily harvestable. That is so cool! Oh, I'm so sad that they changed these books. Now, it's been a while since I've actually looked at these, but this definitely looks different to me. Now, it could just be that I've just never paid attention to it. September 5th, arrived at the base of Timberwolf Mountain. Looks like there are some nice cracks, just like Clive said, going to set up a top rope and do some bouldering until the others show up, hopefully soon. September 6th, wondering if any friends got lost as they still haven't arrived. Woke up in the night to a deafening noise and fire on the mountain, went to check it out, but the weather got nasty and I couldn't find my way. September 7th, clear day, I went out again, found some metal cargo crates. They look like they might have come from a plane. There's still smoke coming from the summit. I'm heading out to see if I can make it to the peak and learn more about what's going on. Aha! Oh yes, that is book 3. I actually need to add to my counter. I do have my counter up, right? I can't see everything. No, it's not. Hold on. Counter. There we go. Definitely looks different. You can't just read it like this anymore today. Right, like, isn't there usually an overlay that, like, it doesn't really show you what it looks like? Like, you can't read from the letter, but it gives you, like, an overlay or something? So when you don't have a light, you obviously shouldn't see much in a dark interior in a cave, even in a moonlit night. I don't know what people expected. For some reason, I find the old lighting more appealing. Sure, the modern one's a bit more convenient, but we don't play TLD because of the convenience, do we? No, we don't. There are some cases where I did feel that it was like where it should have been adjusted and you should be able to see more, but in general, it should be a dark game. Like, or at least have lots of dark places. But I guess there were some where it's like, okay, it's not totally pitch black outside and there are windows, I should be able to see something. Okay, how are we doing on warmth? We are getting warmer for sure. Maybe we should cook something up to warm up a little bit. Let's do this. Yes, the ever important, is that a book? I appreciate that. Hey, Melted Ranger, welcome in. How you doing today? It's good to see you. Okay, let's eat this. If I can find the hot one. Cold, cold, haha. Oh, I can tell because it's open. Okay. How about now? That did definitely help. Maybe we do one more. About 10 hours of daylight, but we're quite tired because of that rope climb. I probably should actually cook a coffee too. I'm good, had some chicken soup with my parents earlier. How are you today? That sounds lovely. I'm doing alright. We, went on a nice walk this morning. Made one of my favorite brunch meals, which is like eggs in a tomato sauce that we then like scoop out, and there's cheese on top, and then we scoop that out and put it on bread. Oh, so good. So delicious. Oh, what just happened? Did not mean to drop that. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Okay, so does the wind not affect my brand? That's kind of nice. So here's it like this. In the tunnel I was in during winter mute with a lit torch, I was maybe able to look 3 meters ahead? Who did you share the sheet with another streamer who does time capsule? Need to stock them all. I don't know if he's gonna stream it, but yeah, he is also a streamer. By the name of Brancham. You might have seen him here in chat. He's also German. Sounds awesome. I'd like that. It's so easy too. We just make like a homemade tomato sauce, and then you like push the sauce a little bit aside to make these little wells, crack eggs in it, cover it with cheese, and stick it in the oven for like 15-20 minutes, whatever it needs to get a little brown and to get the eggs fully cooked. Oh, it is, I highly recommend it. I think it's like one of the perfect things to, oh, it's now cold, darn it. To have on like a Sunday. It's like the perfect brunch for me. Got a hatchet here. Do I need more than... Wait, is he coming after us in here? What does the X mean? Oh, well, this is now extinguished. That's inconvenient. Hope he doesn't try and come in here. What? Are you kidding me? How did he not die from that? That's upsetting. Okay. What I wanted to see was, how do our tools look? We've got 2 of these. Let's drop this one. Why am I carrying around 2 lanterns? That's silly. I should break one down for sure. Okay, so this hatchet is at 73%. Sorry, I'm getting like so distracted right now. I don't know what's going on in my brain. Hatchet. Do I not have a hatchet? Apparently not. Okay, I'm assuming that running one is the one that I injured. It'd be nice to find more ammo, though. I apparently did smoke some lantern fuel. I have no idea what happened there. Look at him run. It's so windy. Alright, if I break down the lantern, that'll also make us a little bit lighter. Wait, he's no longer running. But he is gonna die, right? I don't need to... I mean, we definitely hit him, 100%. We saw blood on the ice. I was gonna say maybe he's limping, but I can't tell from here. He's way too far away. When was this version released? This version came out in 2016. Let me see. I have a handy chart that Mav actually came up with the specific date. June 24th of 2016. Yeah. So it's old. At this point, this is our newest region. We're still missing quite a few, obviously. Let's harvest this. It'll take an hour. How cold is it in here? Not inventory. Here we go. Oh, it feels like 3 degrees. Okay. In that case, I have no problem with this. I don't know that everyone lurking speaks German, but I know a lot of us speak German. At this point, TLD is actually quite advanced when we think about it. Early access launched in 2014. It's true. It is quite advanced considering where we were at the start of the time capsule. But still, it's still a baby. It's like in its toddler years right now. When we think about how many different regions we're still gonna get and all that fun stuff. There's gotta be more stuff I can drop. I probably shouldn't be running around with all of these books, but you know me. I gotta say, I do like this menu radial head-up display combo a lot. I think I can drop this. I don't need that. I suppose we could drop the books for now. Then we just have to remember to bring them when we go back somewhere else. Oh, I need one more lichen. That could be something we could do today. It looks like that wolf is down. That's convenient. Alright, yeah, if we try and get one more lichen, we can at least have one of those bandages prepared. Which would be convenient. I don't know why I struggle with inventory management, why I'm always over-encumbered in games. This isn't even just a TLD problem, it's a problem I have in every game. Any game where there's inventory, I'm gonna have too much stuff. Looking through the Hinterlands YouTube channel today and watched some videos, and I hope they bring back 4 Days of Night Halloween event at some point. Didn't have the chance to experience that one, but it looked fun. I've heard of it, but I haven't actually seen the video on it, and I don't really know all of the details, but I do kind of hope that at some point they bring those kinds of, like, timed events, or temporary events back. It'd be kind of cool to have that. Like, if they brought it back as kind of a little bonus thing once they're done with episode 5 and everything. Okay, there's a wolf. How am I doing on this? I only got 5. That's not a lot. I'm not liking where this is going. Could you just leave me alone, please? Mr. Wolf? Could you just not? Just stop stalking me, please? This is not ideal. I don't know if he's still on our tail or not. I think that's a yes. That's definitely a yes. Dude, he is fast! Whoa! Hello! Jeez. My mouse kept slipping away as I was like hammering at this. Oh, okay. Sprained wrist and ankle. Okay. That's it? I didn't have any bites. Well, I guess Ash should consider herself lucky. But I guess that also means we missed a shot, huh? Because he gave 0. He had 0 chill. 2016, there was no interloper, I guess. This is the hardest difficulty on this version. Yes, this is the hardest difficulty available. Although I have to admit, I'm not super excited when we get to interloper again. I have a feeling I'm gonna struggle a lot. Oh, man. But I love that for sprains, I just need some painkillers and that's it. Interloper comes out with the next update. In that case, I guess I have good motivation to keep this run going as long as possible. Kind of crazy because to my knowledge there are no moose yet, so it's kind of wild to think about this area without moose. I don't know why specifically this area, because I know this is like, it's not guaranteed that a moose will spawn here, but I've had this moose so many times that I just kind of am always wary that he might be here. Struggle ever since I started Interloper. I feel you, Ranger. I really do. Like, the first time I did Interloper was way before I was ready. In celebration of my affiliate status, I jumped in and did Interloper, and it took me so long to survive a day, and then it took me so long to survive 3 days. So knowing that, like, the original version of Interloper was even harder, I have no idea how we're going to manage. I really don't. So I don't know when to squeeze it. We can squeeze it in here on stream if you want to. Sent you 2 trailers of the 4 Days of Night event. Once in 2016 and once in 2018. You're gonna think the 2018 one. Well, we can just squeeze it in maybe. Maybe on the next stream, because today's stream is going to be kind of short since I started so late. I know, it's my own fault, but, yeah. So that way we can just game today, but maybe next time. I started out with Voyager and skipped Stalker to go to Interloper for years and failing all day. That's rough too. I did Voyager for a little while. Jumped into... Nice try, Rob. Although I did forget to call that the chat plays a sound alert. Hey Lily, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good weekend. I started playing on Voyager. Played for a little while. It was not that long, and then I jumped up to Stalker, and my like first two starts were really rough, but my third run went really, really well. Lasted over 100 days. It was actually still alive. I lost it to the save wipe before Tales of the Fart Territory came out. But that was over 100 days. But I had still done very, very little in terms of exploration and stuff. I mean, in that run, I made it to Timberwolf Mountain, but I had never summited before I did Interloper. I had just, like, done basically nothing. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll try Interloper as part of the celebration. And boy, let me tell you, it was rough. I don't know how much fun it was to watch, but we kept trying and trying and trying. In fact, I remember at one point I was, eventually I had gotten into a groove and was able to survive like 30, 40 days at a time, but I kept hitting a wall and I could not get past day 50. So I ended up doing like a competition with a friend of mine where he was also trying to get past day 50 on Interloper, so we were trying to see who could get there first. Oh man. Once I got through that barrier, I finally feel like it clicked. But man, it's rough, and gotta say I'm not sure that I'll be able to handle the first version of Interloper very well. I guess we'll find out. Started with Wintermute, jumped into Stalker for like 3 to 5 short runs, then went right to Interloper, was creeping my way up in skill on Interloper when I survived my first week. Was already quite a feat for me. Yeah, I feel like when you first survive a week in Interloper, you feel really, really good about your abilities. It took me so long to get there, though. I think it probably took me over a month of streaming just Interloper runs to survive a week. It was probably longer than that. It was probably more like 2 months. Is that the bear? That's the bear. That's a wolf. Oh, I am not in a good position right now. No! Are you kidding me? F off! I think the bear is coming after us now. This is not good. Yeah, we need to get out of here. He's attracted to the blood smell for sure. I was really unlucky on my first Interloper run, spawned in Bleak Inlet. Learned quite early that staying in the same place trying to warm up somewhere would be my death sentence. I had this issue where oh boy, he is definitely coming after us. I kept spawning in Desolation Point, which is not a bad spawn, except trying to find matches was really, really rough. Cause I'd have to go indoors. And so then I'd end up freezing to death because I couldn't find the matches in like the whale processing plant. It just was not happening. For a second there, I thought he was that branch. Oh my god. We ain't doing so well, guys. We are not doing so well. Okay. At least the wolf seems to be gone. Oh, I left that here. That was me. It's not me this time. I did not summon the wolf onto you. Don't worry, Rob. I won't blame you for that. That definitely was not your fault. It is a struggle to get into Interloper, but I loved every death to learn. It was a lot of fun. Like, I died a lot. It was a struggle. But I also just got so hooked on it because I knew I didn't have to keep playing Interloper. Like, after the first few attempts, I could have just said, nah, screw it. Which is essentially what I did with Nagoa. You know, I did 1 or 2 attempts with the No One Gets Out Alive challenge, and I gave it my best. I managed to survive 1 day, and I was like, you know what? That's gonna be the best that I can do, and that's fine. Okay, I need... Oh, wait. What do I need for this? There we go. At least that's taken care of. Let's put this away. We're really tired. We've got about 5 hours of daylight. Maybe we just take just a little nap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he was smelling us. Just noticing we already have more detailed ice surface than we saw in the road destroy mode video. I had not even noticed that. But I take your word for it. I don't know, maybe I should like clean my rifle or something? I don't know. I feel like it's maybe a good idea. It does always trip me up, though, that harvest is the first option when you click on an item. But at least it no longer resets. Like, I don't remember which version that was. That every time you clicked on it, it would then go back here and then be at harvest again. You're just like, no! I still don't want to harvest it, game! I promise you. Can I search this? Maybe we do a little reading. I don't know if we're gonna be too tired. Is that a problem? Yeah, it is. It's upsetting. I don't want to be too tired for this.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
This is at 94%, but we could break down this one. And we'd have even more fuel. Maybe not right now. Maybe we should just sleep. That way we can actually start recovering. It's not... Sometimes one has to watch those detailed change videos multiple times to take it in. I mean, I've watched all the update videos multiple times as well. Yeah, that definitely does make a difference. I also think it's one of those things that once you notice it, you'll probably just, like, always notice it from then on. To start a fire so we can boil some more water. We've got plenty of fuel now. That's weird. Can I not use kerosene as... Where is the kerosene? I am confusion. I could have sworn we got kerosene back. Maybe it was in that little, or in those, like, those little accelerant things. Let's do 1.5 liters. Birchbark just being tindered for quite a while, which is so wild. Boil water. Oh, this is not enough. We definitely need to add more fuel to the fire. We are ravenous. Not ravenous. And let's have the dusty tomato soup. Hey, they are my, like, safety sticks. I need them. I need every single one of them. I don't know what you're talking about. This is not a problem. Alright, food. Let's eat this. That's it. Fine, I'll eat this too. I know a lot of these things weigh basically nothing, but I'm still going to go through and try and eat some of them. No wonder you're over encumbered. Story of my life. Over encumbered because of too many sticks. I mean, it's only 8.7 kilos. That's not a big deal, right? Get rid of it. Maybe make some more water. I am looking forward to the day when they bring back our cooking as it is in modern day, where you have the 2 spots and that way you can like have multiple things cooking, or you can have things cooking while you do other things. I'm looking forward to that. 2 hours. Let's go. Your sticks are fine on your way up. No idea if it's too cold to like sleep without a fire going. It's like 26. I think I might try and sleep without a fire. We'll just eat and drink a little bit more and get some more sleep. Let's start with just like 4 hours and see how cold it is. Feels like -2. But we have a warmth bonus of 5. Ooh, blizzard. I only just noticed that we can finally pass time. Let's do another 4 hours. We're thirsty. A little chilly. But we're fully rested, basically, so I guess we should just keep on going. Do I have a hacksaw, and is it better than 36%? That is the great question that we are all asking ourselves, and by all, I mean me. 81%. That's a decent one. Okay. Ooh, I don't know that I trust this weather. Oh boy. Why am I picking up more sticks? What's wrong with me? I am concerned about how few bullets I have left. was really hoping we'd find more either in the fishing hut or here in Mountaineer's hut. And I am a tad concerned about the fact that I have not found any here. I assume we'll find some up at the plane crash, but I was kind of hoping we'd find some for our way up there. I have no idea how far away wolves can detect me. Just gonna hope for the best. The little cove in the ravine you're kind of heading to. Later we should find the fire making book there. I don't know what the place is called exactly. Cove in the ravine. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about like when you go down to the ravine where if you turn right you can go to one of the Ash Canyon exits, which obviously doesn't exist yet. And if you turn left there's like that little open cave thing. Is that what you're talking about? I think I might like this, just for the heck of it. I think I know what you mean. I'll try and do that on the way back. No, still, I think I want to do that on our way back from the plane crash. It's in the old today's week to where the fire making so I don't know if it's in the old version as well. Yeah, I think we can definitely check that out when we get back from the summit to see if it's still the case. Maria, welcome in. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good weekend. I love you. Yes, go after the deer. Don't go after me. I love that the deer sounds haven't changed at all. I might try and open up these crates. No! Can I not throw these anymore? What's going on? Why couldn't I throw this? I read the shooting book, the ice fishing book, the harvesting book, and what else? No, we don't have the shooting book yet. Actually, wait, yes we do.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, so much food. Right, I forgot this is not Loper. I was like, why are we still pulling stuff out? This is so much stuff. I'll have to take a look at the skills. Yeah, you're right. It was the rifle skill. You're right. The frontier shooting guide. Cooking. We still need a cooking book. Yes, you're right. The frontier shooting guide was the yellowish looking one with the old-timey Western hunter dude on the front. So yeah, we just need the fire one and the cooking one. Pretty cold. I should actually see how much time I have left on 32%. So I might want to try and make a fire, actually, with this. Might be a good idea. Maybe up in there. Like this little cove area that might be a little bit windblocked. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Stick. So just looking around for a while, been watching since Librarian, but rarely live on Twitch so far. Really like your approach and exploring with you. Also, wow, the book covers used to be so beautiful, it seems. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that you're able to join us here live today. Yeah, the old book versions are so pretty.
Do.
Oh my goodness, Astrid, I know it's cold. I can't believe they changed them. Oh, there we go. Where's the flip side? There we go. Come on. 10%, Astrid, you can do this. Making many fires as well for the time capsule feats. Maybe we can unlock more. 1 or 2 parts for time capsule. That would be really cool. It would take a lot of work. I actually did not try to get any of the feats that I have in my current version of the game. All of them just kind of happened over time. I definitely didn't have like a specific run where I was just grinding. We are like really, really close to this. I don't like that. Why can't I throw this thing anymore? There we go. Let's drop this. It is still very cold, which is oh, I meant to drop the frozen angler a while ago. Oh well. Oh, we're actually warming up. Excellent. In that case, let's eat some of these peaches, I suppose? Prefer the old campfire design without the stones. You know, I like this too. I do miss the cooking slots, though. Like, it'd kind of be nice if we had sort of a mix of the two. Quite interesting seeing the game at a state before I bought it. I agree. I joined quite late to the TLD party. I started playing in 2021, and so it's really cool to go back and see how it used to look and the kinds of features that have changed over the years. It's pretty incredible. We're just gonna keep eating to warm up. When in doubt, eat warm foods. Or take a nap. Those are like my 2 tips for warming up quickly in TLD. I wonder if we should make some more water and maybe leave behind some of these foods. I think I might actually do that. I think I might drop them here. And we can get them some other time, because this is a lot. That helped a little bit. Just glad that the time capsule is perceived so well. 1 year of being obnoxious finally paying off. No, I knew that I was gonna love the time capsule. Honestly, it was just because of the librarian run that we didn't start sooner. And I had so much fun with that. I'm still really upset with how we left things. But I kind of think I might end up leaving my librarian in limbo because I'm too scared to lose her. Which is maybe not exactly like the smartest, nicest option, but oh well. Can't remember anymore how it ended, only that cheat death was rather unfair. So the original death was absolutely my fault. I should have not risked it, but I did. I didn't have a torch out. I wasn't torch chaining because it was too windy. And I saw wolves coming after me, and rather than use a flare, I decided, well, I should just try and take on the wolves as is, and I killed the first one. Whoa! Whoa, I've never had that happen before. Yeah, and then the second wolf got me. Wow, that's wild. I've never gotten a sprained limb on one of those tree bridges before. That made it extra scary. Which difficulty did you play your librarian run? It was Interloper. It was the longest run I've ever had. We were working our way towards 500 days. We were on 400 and something when it happened. And I guess I just got overly confident. Shouldn't have done it, but that's just how it went. And then I decided to use cheat death for a while, and cheat death was just cruel. So now we're like technically alive on our last cheat death. I don't see it ending well, so I kind of just want to leave her there indefinitely. That looked A, painful, and B, dangerous. Looked like you were gonna slip and fall. I know! It was terrifying. We've still got 3 of these, so I might try and keep this out. That was legitimately frightening. Like, I think the first time I had one of these tree bridges in game, when I first crossed them, I was also thinking about how dangerous it would be. If there was a risk of that more frequently, I would legitimately be concerned about crossing them. Okay, it's cold, but it's not too bad. Just 2 arrows down at this point. 8 hours of daylight left. Maybe we can warm up in... There should be a cave over here. Don't think it looks like that anymore. They should bring that back. I don't think you can, you know, sprain anything on them. I don't think you can get injured by crossing those tree bridges. I do think they should bring that back. I think that's amazing. Is there not a cave here? I could have sworn there was a cave here. Wait, I can't sprint. Is that because I am still healing from my sprained ankle? Because I'm not that tired. And apparently there is no cave here anymore. I thought there was. I didn't walk past it, did I? I thought there were 2 caves up here. One that would go to Ash Canyon, which I can expect might not be here. But then I thought there was just like a regular, like a, not a transition cave. Regarding the eating and drinking noises, did you check if they returned that option by now already? I think it's because you're over encumbered. I don't think they have. I'm pretty sure that that was something that they actually added in relatively late. I vaguely remember them bringing... Oh, it's up there. It's after the rope climb, I think. I'm pretty sure I remember them adding the misophonia filter. I don't think that it's this old. And it could be because we're over encumbered. How over? Yeah, we are over 10 kilos over encumbered. That would explain it. Yeah, I'd have to check to be sure, but I'm pretty sure that that was something they added in the 2020s. I'm reminded those noises are never really noticed since it seems like they turned those on a little over time. I think they did too. It also feels a little less crazy and like the first few versions. It also seems like they've actually paired it well. Like, It seemed in the first, either 1 or 2 versions that we played, that they kind of had a selection of eating and drinking sounds, and regardless of what you were consuming, it was just gonna pick randomly, so that, like, your granola bar might sound, like, liquidy, and your soup might sound crunchy. That really threw me off. I did not like that at all. The sounds as they are now don't really bother me that much. They do feel a little bit tweaked, a little bit quieter, a little more consistent with what I'm actually expecting to hear. But when they add in the misophonia,
Tom.
haha, misophonia, that's it, there we go. Filter, I will probably apply it again just for convenience's sake, and for, you know, anyone who might be watching who might have an issue with eating and drinking sounds, because it doesn't really bother me, but I'm kind of more attuned to it, I guess, because my husband is very sensitive to eating sounds. So I try and keep that in mind for people like him. Yeah, they seemed really extreme in the first couple of editions. It was bad. Should definitely bring back the sawing noises when tearing down a torch. Yeah. Haha, here's the cave. This was the cave I was thinking of. It was just because I hadn't climbed the rope yet. Also, that was definitely me struggling to find the word in English. And I suppose the fact that I mistook where the, where I was in relation to the caves, I guess that's sort of like being lost. Not really. But, so many deer in this version, I know. Of course, it's also a difference between, like, Stalker and Interloper. I keep saying, oh my god, there's so many wolves, but it's, you know, typical Stalker amounts of wolves. Okay, we're really cold, but we are warming up back here. Maybe we start a nice little fire back here. Oh, the mouse hat! Thank you, Laszlo. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. There we go.
Come on, little fire.
Timer. Let's go. And there we've got me in costume. Oh, I've definitely complained about stuff, and I was excited about a new book, so there we go. We can call those things too. Game. Oh, we're still starting the fire. I was like, why can't I click on anything? Timberwolf Mountain has barely been touched since then. That's one thing I like, is that there are obviously some regions that they've had to change over time because of things that happen, you know, when you add in a new region, or with, I don't know, when you're, you know, post-story, there might be changes and stuff. But I do like that once you see the region, it's like, it doesn't really change much. It feels so familiar. Alright, let's drink this cup of coffee. Maybe add a few more sticks. Okay, now I can... drink this coffee. Nice and hot. We actually should probably make a rose hip tea, because I think I'm kind of getting low on painkillers, and if we keep spraining things, we're definitely going to need that. The only things that seem to have changed are the entrances to Ash Canyon and Black Rock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's, like, all they would do. An hour and 14 minutes. What if we read? Oh, that's a lantern! I keep thinking it's a blender, and I'm so confused. Okay, oh, I also don't totally need to fix my clothing up. I did not think about that at all. 5 hours of daylight left. Maybe just a few more so we can make some coffee. Yeah, make a tea! Actually, yeah, is that even, Well, I mean, I'm gonna call this just because I did say it's gonna be a slightly shorter break, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna take a full break today and make another tea, but we made a tea in game and that counts, as far as I'm concerned. Good that with the addition of Timberwolf Mountain, there were no Timberwolves yet. Yeah, I actually remember that. GG Ferret. Congrats on that bingo win. I actually remember the first time I came to Timberwolf Mountain, I was so scared because I was convinced that there were Timberwolves based on its name. And I was like, I don't know, guys, I don't know that I'm ready. You know, there are Timbies there, and people are like, there are no Timberwolves in Timberwolf Mountain. Like, oh, okay, in that case, I guess I will go. Oh, Mega, good to see you. I hope you're having a good weekend. Okay, so, yeah, see, like, at a distance, these deer look very dark and almost like zombies. They're, like, so green. It's very odd. I'm gonna head over to those crates. There's absolutely no way I would make that shot. It's not even worth it. I really need it as defense. Why is he so green? Too much green eggs and ham. That's the only explanation I have. 4 hours of daylight left. Relatively warm. Not too shabby. All right. What we got in here? Clothing? Weird leather. Rabbit pellet. Ooh, that texture was different. This texture is very different. So the shape is the same. The ears are actually a little bit more three-dimensional. It's a little more disturbing, to be honest. But like in a good way.
I'll take it.
Or to take damage from hunger and jump scare. Oh goodness. I feel like the first one is not too far-fetched. First combo. That's a lot of whetstones. That's like too many whetstones. I think I'm gonna drop pretty much everything that I just picked up there. I definitely do not need all of these cleaning kits. Don't need simple tools, and I do not need so many whetstones. Maybe at some point I will regret that, but I don't think that's gonna come anytime soon. I don't know how I feel about those bunny hides. Oh, this is me talking about the graphics, actually. I think we can actually say that about the it's old but it feels so new about those rabbit pelts. Those are disturbing. The 4 Days of Night trailer, 4 days, 4 challenges, and like 4,000 wolves. Based on player perception, actual count may be lower. You're probably just being paranoid. Probably, but maybe not. What exactly is the challenge in 4 Days of Night? I assume it's like the Endless Night challenge. Alright, let's see. How long is sing mode? 3 minutes? Alright, I'll just add a minute after this, I guess. Ah, we're picking up some rose hips, 'cause you never know when you're gonna need 'em. For a rose hip tea, for a rose hip tea. I can't find the singing thing, so I guess I'm gonna have to search for it. Singing in the rain. I'm also very close to bingo on my own card. But I don't think it's gonna happen today. GG Rob, there you go. You got bingo. I don't think I'll get bingo today. 'Cause I need to take damage from hunger, and Astrid has so much food. It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit wild. Also, this place is really quiet. I'm a little suspicious of the lack of wolves. Got 3 more hours to climb this mountain. Don't know if we'll make that other rope. Maybe we'll have to take a little nap at the bottom of it and hope that we don't get mauled by a bear. Oh, thank you, Laszlo. I don't know if I'm actually gonna take a full break, but I am definitely gonna stretch and maybe just like do one quick round of one of the games as soon as I'm done singing. That's more like it. These are the amounts of wolves that I was expecting to find. Am I even headed in the right direction still? I don't really remember where I'm headed. It's been a really long time since I've done this. It doesn't smell me yet. Maybe I should just crouch. And I'll move really slowly. I have to go this way. Yeah, I can at least run and grab like some water. And if I don't take a full break, I'll make a tea. I don't know if he's gonna notice this. I guess it doesn't matter. I have my flare. No, you stay over there. You stay over there, Mr. Wolf. Leave me alone. Daily challenges that each day brings its own and unique course to survive through. I gotta pay attention to things. Brutal weather conditions, tuned wildlife behaviors, and spawn rates, etc. Daily challenges kick in at 11 p.m. every day, starting from October 27th, and last a full 24 hours. Interesting. I'm disappointed that I missed that. When did they do that again? I know you said this earlier, but I've already forgotten because I have such a short memory span sometimes. I think he might have given up on this. I don't know for sure.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, yeah, we'll do a really quick break. Do like a mini break where we'll just do one round of Plinko, and I'll just go get some more water to drink. Be right back. And once again, Plinko has disappointed us all. Alright, we're back. I've got myself a cold brew tea this time, so I didn't actually have to wait for my water to heat up. And the wolf is definitely still after us. Why can't I throw this anymore? Throw it! Or, you know, die again. Come on. I don't understand why I can't throw this anymore. Really frustrating. We've got 2 wolf bites this time. Oh goodness. Both of our legs. No, he's coming back. Are you kidding me? No, he's just running around like a doofus. I don't like that. I can get from the wolf trailer. Oh, that's where we came from, darn it. Are wolf howls all around you? Wolves being called demon wolves in the thread of the forum. They have red glowing eyes, and I really mean glowing. That's because they noticed his easier and didn't want to be seen with brandishing. I guess?
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
But I kind of wish they had said something about that. Would have been nice to know. Gotta finish treating our wounds. This is upsetting. Like, I'm not totally opposed to them making it harder, but I did kind of like the fact that, like, you couldn't do this just with torches. It was only something you could do with flares, because flares are a limited resource. You can't craft them. You know? I assume it fell under bug fix at some point. I guess. So, I have been mauled while sleeping here before. I'm just gonna make a fire and hope that that doesn't happen again. Because I'm pretty sure we need to make a fire here. As far back as we can. Right here. No? Okay. Lit flare, come on Astrid, let's do this. Back up. Come on, little fire. Come on, little fire. Yes. I want at least an hour so that I can now sleep a little bit. Kind of lost. Where are we right now? It's the second rope already towards the summit with the one, with the tunnel in between. It's, yeah, so, like, once we climb up this rope, there will be the, like, the connecting cave. It's at the level where one of the bears are, usually. If that's helpful. Let's do this. Let's make a coffee. And we should be able to climb this rope. No, the fog does not help at all. Like, thanks a lot, game. Really, really nice. Let's drink both of these coffees. No! Wow, wait, so the pastime was just like a random amount of time? That's interesting. Oh, look, we actually have some stamina. There were actually badges you were able to earn during those events. I know, and that's the one thing that I'm like a little disappointed about with them not having them anymore. I don't think it would bother me quite as much if we couldn't access the old events, these like old timed events, if they didn't have like persisting badges and like rewards and stuff. I mean, it is what it is. You can't really do anything about it, but it's just kind of disappointing when you're like, I can never do that. And the game is just teasing me by saying like, oh yeah, haha, here it is. Twilight badge for surviving 2 real-life hours, and the Midnight badge for surviving 2 real-life hours for each day of the event. That's very cool. Alright, here we are at our lovely little cave. Less than an hour of daylight left. This is considered daylight? Alright. $45 to break down a hatchet? That's like nothing. Okay. I can't see what I'm doing.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
When I take the 4,000 wolves based on player perception, we're hunted by a lot of wolves. Absolute. That is like... That has got to be a lot of wolves. I'm a little terrified. Oh, here. Wait, it's this way? Oh. Here we go. Here's the cave. I think we're gonna want to put down a bedroll. We can maybe go through the cave. I'm pretty sure they have changed the way this lantern looks when it's lit. Because this looks really weird to me. It's a Halloween event, so it's supposed to be that way. Yes. Yes, it is. Interestingly, I'm not really seeing any coal in here. Not that this place has a ton of coal in modern TLD, but there's definitely some. Crawling through the cave. I think this is the right way. Original Darkwalker was an unwinnable scenario, and players are begging for it to stay in the game. That's why we have the Darkwalker challenge now in win condition. Oh, that's cool! I kind of like the idea of a version of it that's unwinnable. GG, Lily. Congrats on that bingo win. I love the Darkwalker challenge so much. I haven't played it since the loot table reshuffle, and I've heard that, like, when they first did it, there were some issues with the Darkwalker. I don't know exactly what they were, but, you know, there were people who really knew that challenge inside and out, who had noticed some differences or some problems even after the loot table reshuffle. I am not that observant and had not played it that many times to be able to say for sure, but yeah, I really enjoyed the Darkwalker. I've completed it a couple of times, but it's been a very long time since I've played it. Probably like a year and a half at least at this point. Is it just me, or is this cave longer? I swear it's not usually this long. I'm sure it probably is, but it's been a long time since I've been up here, so it feels really, really long. Oh, I actually didn't want to leave yet. Hello? Let's go back in. Here we go. I don't know about Darkwalker, but with the DLC, As the Dead Sleep has the new cooking ingredients. That's cool. I haven't tried As the Dead Sleep yet either. Oh boy. I sustained the following injuries. I sustained the following injuries. Great. Yeah, I haven't tried As the Dead Sleep yet. I really probably should at some point. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But I enjoyed Darkwalker a lot. Would highly recommend it. Let's finish drinking and get some sleep. Let's just do 9 hours of sleep. Why shouldn't we? The original Darkwalker was just find the 10 diary pages and survive as long as you can. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I enjoy being able to, like, win and banish the Darkwalker. But I do think that that would also be a really interesting challenge. Just, hey, collect the 10 pages. He gets faster as you collect them. And then good luck. Let's see. We are thirsty. We can fix that. As the Dead Sleep is fun. There's no health regen. Takes practice at first, but it's nice to have a run where reforging is optional. Yeah, I'd really like to try it at some point. I know that a lot of people were saying that I should try that out to see how I feel about no regen, and you know, in the context of maybe at some point doing more serious attempts at no one gets out alive. But honestly, Nagoa on its own is just not for me. But I do think As the Dead Sleep could be a lot of fun. The challenge added the wind condition to travel to Ash Canyon for the banishing ritual. Yeah, I had so much fun with the Darkwalker and with trying to banish him. I remember at one point, one of my first attempts, I got so close. This is going back into the cave, clearly. I got so close to the end. I got to, I think, Timberwolf Mountain and realized that I was missing a page. So I had to actually go back to get a different one that I had forgotten. And so it was super close call. It was going really, really well. I got back to Timberwolf Mountain and I'm pretty sure it was the moose at the wing that got me. And I think that's why it's weird to think about Timberwolf Mountain without the moose. And it goes just work, I feel like, not fun at all. Like, I know that there are some streamers who actually have fun with Nagoa, and I can understand wanting a challenge, and, you know, for some people, you know, that kind of thing is fun, but I felt like I was stopping all the time to warm up, or to, like, keep myself warm, and it just, that didn't feel fun to me. Like, I know that I'm sometimes a little silly and I use my health as a resource to the point where it's like, oh, we're freezing, well, who cares? We're just gonna keep going. And, like, obviously that is easier than having to keep your temperature up at all times so you don't take damage, but I just didn't enjoy having to stop all the time, making sure, like, oh, it's at this percentage, I need to stop now so I can make a fire, so I can start warming up before I take any damage, and I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I love watching Nagoa runs. I think it's fascinating seeing how people strategize and plan. a
This
Nagoa run,
pack is getting too
but
heavy
it's
to
just not
carry.
for me personally. If you do it as a speed run, you don't need to worry about forging or crafting at all. If you play it as an endurance run, then it's just a harder loper. I think that's what's great about As the Dead Sleep, is I've heard that people play it both ways, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to try it at some point. Maybe we can do that after the time capsule. Just not for me. I love Interloper because it tests my limits already. Exactly. I'm exactly the same, Ranger. Like, I already feel like like Interloper is enough of a challenge for me. I have played a little bit of Misery Mode off stream. I tried it on stream and did not go very far there either. I think I could have a decent run on Misery Mode, but even that, it's like I have to be in the mood for it because
Need to find
I don't know,
some
I just
place to escape this cold.
I love the additional afflictions that it brings, and I kind of wish that we could have those in Loper, just like on a larger scale, or a longer scale, I suppose, but yeah, I don't know, Loper has my heart at this point. I prefer very low health regen on my custom runs, but honestly the only thing I like playing Nagoa is the weather. It's never good for long, but then again, it's never bad for long. Yeah, that is nice. I think there are definitely some perks to Nagoa, and like I said, I absolutely love watching people play Nagoa. I just typically avoid it just because it's less fun for me. But I do enjoy custom runs from time to time. Alright, we're taking cold damage. We should maybe drop some stuff. I think instead, what I normally would do is from the summit, I would generally grab everything and then decide to just go down, but I think we're actually going to come back down this way, pick up this stuff, grab the other rope, drop that rope, purely because we don't need to worry about being over encumbered. I'm just playing differently because it works differently. Misery's work also, I think, but I don't want to get into it if I don't have to. You don't have to. And I mean, it's like totally, it's totally an individual personal preference thing, you know? There are some people who look at Loper and are like, no, that's too much work too. I just want to stick with, you know, with Voyager or with Stalker or with Pilgrim, and that's all fine. Like I said, Misery Mode, I have to be in the right mood for it. I don't stream it because I find it too stressful to try and manage everything and also chat. That's one of the things I like about Loper, is it's challenging and there's a lot of really exciting, intense moments when I play. But there's also enough, like, room for just chatting and not having to worry about it. If I could, I'd actually delete all my knowledge of TLD. I'm at a point where many procedures in TLD, even on Interloper, have just been automated. They're more like a to-do list than that I'm working off at this point. I can understand that, yeah. That's, I think, one of the things I loved most about the loot table reshuffle was, even though when they announced it, I was like, oh, that's not going to make a difference to me. I don't know where these things are. I don't know the loot tables like, you know, some of these other streamers that I watch. And the thing is, as soon as they did the loot table reshuffle, I noticed how much of that stuff, even if I couldn't recall it actively, I was still subconsciously being like, wait, what do you mean there's not, you know, a hammer here? Or, wait, how come, you know, these matches aren't here anymore? And I realized that I had actually saved a lot of that stuff, even if I couldn't tell you, like, oh yeah, if you're on this table, then you look here for matches, here for a hacksaw, here for whatever. You know, I couldn't do that, but I could certainly tell you where to find certain things and where I went to look for certain things. So it definitely impacted me way more than I thought it would. Interloper is perfect difficulty for me. I love how it's challenging while not being as crazy as Misery. Yeah.
One little fire.
Like I said, I like a lot of the additional like injuries and afflictions that you can get in Misery mode. But man, like the weather is so rough, the temperatures are so rough. It's hard to deal with all of that early game. Original Interloper was a little harder than today. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about it. I don't actually know what the differences are, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna struggle a lot. Let's have a coffee. Got buttworms on my Interloper 20 days. Fun. Yay. Oh man. Good luck with that. I have only had them once in any run. And oh my gosh, is it such a slog to get all of the Rishi teas and that's no fun. Routine reshuffle didn't do too much to me, to be honest, because I have some sort of system how I go through the regions, so I'll find my stuff nonetheless. And that's totally how it probably should be, but it just, for some reason, I was just like, no, I gotta look here, 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 and I would always go to specific spots, and then it just, you know, over time it just changed as to what you were gonna find there, if anything. The big thing for me was the matches, really. It wasn't so much an issue with the other tools, because again, like you said, you just kind of wander, and eventually you'll stumble upon the things that you need. Like, it might not be the optimal run, you might not find, you know, all of your tools by day 2 or whatever. That doesn't really bother me, but trying to find matches when I no longer knew where matches spawned, that was pretty rough. Still kind of tired, and we still have so much daylight left. I think it makes sense for us to just cook up a bunch of coffee. Matches was also, I think, my biggest struggle the first time I started learning Milper. Just, you know, looking around and being like, okay, where do I get my matches? I don't know where to look, and if they're indoors, I can't see them, and raw meat anyway, it doesn't matter so much, so you gotta make the best out of poison buttworms. Raw meat all day though, yep. Gotta use it while you can, I suppose. I was so mad at Astrid when we got the buttworms though, because like there are times where I'd have moldy cooked meat and cooking level 5, and she would refuse to eat it without me, you know, tricking her basically. But she picks up a piece of moldy raw meat and she just has no problem, will start eating, just willy-nilly. So silly. Willy-nilly silly, Astrid. I don't know what's wrong with her sometimes. Coffees. Did I drink them already? We can still make 5 liters of water. Let's do 3.5. I do miss that. I do miss being able to do a bunch of water at once.
Longer.
Hey, Wava, welcome in. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. How are you? We have made it to the summit. And yeah, we're currently just trying to get our energy back up, but only with coffee, because I don't have time to sleep. I'm definitely gonna leave some of this stuff behind. There's no need in, or there's no point in bringing. Bringing old, moldy peanut butter with us. Alright, let's see what's in here. Ashley's weird, but better we have extra than Will. Yeah, she doesn't grunt as much. Sleeping well, relaxing, trying to get over an accidental case of buttworms and TLD. You too! We were just talking about that. Everyone's got a case of the buttworms, I guess. Well, I don't... this asteroid currently doesn't, thankfully, but, yeah, her predecessor, the librarian, definitely did. Oh, what am I doing? I don't need these things. I don't know why I'm taking everything. I'm just gonna be putting it all back. Okay. Let's see. I do not need, like, 4 tools. Thanks, Rob. Thank you for that. And who just did quick spin? Laszlo. I was like, where's my mouse going? Watching it go onto my second screen. I actually don't know how much fuel this has. I should check that. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so actually, this one has more the 97% one, so we'll put that one back. Let's move these over. I don't feel that we even need herbal tea. At this point, it doesn't do anything in terms of helping sleep or anything, I don't think. We've got plenty of other things that are warm that we can drink. Yeah. I will probably keep any clothing just to break them down. They really updated things since the original version. Some things have, like, really, really changed, yeah.
Probably useful.
This is a lot of MREs. I don't even know if I'm gonna take the MREs. I think MREs are a little bit overpowered and heavy. Plays matches with Fire Striker should help with the weight. You know, I was laughing at these on stream the other day, and then yesterday I went to the grocery store and I saw some water bottles that looked exactly like this, and I couldn't help but think that, you know, maybe they weren't that far off with their design. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave these. They're so heavy. This is the problem with Summit on anything except Interlopers. There's just so much loot. And I want it all, but I can't carry it all.
This stuff will come in here.
Matches! Accelerant! I will take those, though. Maybe I'll drop all of my cardboard matches. Like, what's the point of cardboard matches? Especially now that we have good... wood matches. There's so many. It's a little extreme. Yeah, I'm gonna take all of these clothes, though, so we can make some more bandages. No moose satchel yet, no well-fed bonus, no backpack upgrade, nothing that helps you with the weight. I know! I know, just, like, nothing. You're just... slowly becoming more and more over-encumbered. Okay, let's harvest these things. Oh, I didn't check how long our fire still has. 16 minutes. I'm glad I just did that. Okay, here we go. Let's drop these. Oh, we can wear this. It's hardest all of these things because I'm low on bandages now after all of our sprains and wolf attacks. I think I might go back to sitting. Going down. Cheated death today again and came to a realization. Is the realization that cheat death is essentially the game just going na 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 na? Your stuff is not at the spot you died. Right, it's somewhere near there, right? Hours of daylight left. Okay. We need to fix some of these things up since our attacks as well. I actually don't know if I have time to do this without the fire burning out. Well, near is relative. Okay, so now I gotta know, where did you die and where did you find your stuff? Starting to get a little thirsty. Just gonna drink the sodas to try and knock down our carry weight a little bit. Our wolf got me near Quonset. My stuff was on the eastern road near the Desolation Point entrance. Wow, okay, yeah, that's actually not very close. I mean, it's close-ish. But I also would have expected it to be closer to Quonset. Also, sorry about the Aurora Wolf. With the cheat death penalty, that's quite rough. It is. What did you choose for your combination of, you know, close versus far and safe versus risky? Especially in the state that you return and almost starving. Yeah, I find that, like, cheat death is, I'm pretty sure it's just not worth it. Like, maybe on some difficulty levels, but
for anything.
I might want to grab that other hacksaw once we're done searching. But other than that, I don't want any of those tools. Short term, close. Gotcha. I think that's probably the way to go. But,
This'll come in handy.
yes, finally, ammo! This is what I have been looking for. The hunting rifle, I think that's better condition than the one that I have. We should definitely take a look. We have so many stims now. Nobody in the right mind would choose a permanent penalty over one that will be gone at some point. This is too much. What am I doing? Inventory. We're gonna drop these. We're gonna drop this. We're gonna drop this. 17 cured leather. Seems a little extreme. I do have 2 rifles. Let's see, where are they? Oh, this is actually better. Okay. And then... Da-da-da-da! The distress pistol! We're so slow. This is crazy. Watching other streamers, I've seen some serious sleep bugs. One guy lost all of his tools. With 2 death. One guy lost all of his tools and had them replaced with skill books. One person lost their bear coats and had them replaced with bows. That's weird. Like, I don't expect to find everything that I had. But I definitely don't expect to find things I didn't have. That's wild. I have too much stuff. Like, there's no doubt about it. This is just too much. Hey, I've got 20 rounds now. Okay, let's see. What can we do? I want to fix this. I don't want to go to a cave to sleep, huh? I noticed that too. I had stuff in the backpack I didn't have before. Most of was probably losing my 2 flasks full of tea. Oh no, that is really rough. Okay, how's my bag looking now? Still over 50? That's a little much. Okay, wait, I have 9.5 liters of water. No wonder I'm so heavy. What can I craft? Which one of these? It's an hour of daylight left. I don't think I'm gonna be warm enough in here, I break this stuff down. Nope. It's only 3 hours. I can recraft most stuff with the flasks being gone. Yeah, that's really rough. And like, I understand them maybe choosing to take one of the flasks, but to take both of them and all of the contents inside, that's just so upsetting. Oh right, I was gonna try and turn this. I can't do that yet. Reminds me, I think they should add an improvised cooking pot and improvised frying pan. The blacksmithing can hold less liquid and even degrade faster, but yeah, I think that'd be neat. That could be pretty cool. Still have over an hour on this. Do that. That gives us 2 hours. We should drink. Yeah, I wonder if that's something they would consider doing. Our 80-degree fire. How much time do we have? 4 hours of darkness left. Okay. Maybe break this down. I love how it's not warm over here. And then we move a little bit closer, and it's 17 degrees. We get a little bit closer, 50 degrees. Like, really? Are you serious, game? As if it would actually be -7 over here if next to my fire it's like 80 degrees. The math ain't mathin'. I'm a little bit hungry, so I think I might have some soda before bed. Peanut butter. Trying to eat all the stuff that's going to make us really thirsty in the hopes that we can then also drink more. Let's get some sleep, about 4 hours. Should be fine. Our health is getting back up there. This is looking much, much better. Alright, we've still got 2 hours. We're mostly rested. I think we're gonna need to leave some of this water behind. It's just a little crazy to have nearly 9 kilos of water. Maybe a little bit better. Alright, we have 2 bandages. How much cloth do we have at this point? We only have 1 cloth. Oh boy. I'm gonna take the brand even though it makes no sense. Oh, thank you, Ranger. I appreciate that. Need to check something, be right back. Alrighty. I'm still really, really, really disturbed by the fact that we can see his bone. Like, I kind of appreciate it, but also I wish that we couldn't. I would not mind not being able to see that. I'm pretty sure there's a cave up here somewhere. Maybe there's a book in there. We should check. I think it's up this way. Is it up further? Is it up, like, this way? Or did I miss it? There's no mapping yet, is there? I don't think so. I have to admit, I am looking forward to being able to map, even though I don't do it very consistently. Okay. I don't know if I missed it. Or what? Let's grab these sticks. Is it around the corner, maybe? Oh, I can't sprint. Also, the fire is still burning, so this plane looks really, really funny. It's like this random campfire in the middle. Huh. Yeah, it is. It's extremely cold. I guess maybe it's further up than I realized, like further to the edge of the cliff. -13. That's just too cold. Is it... Wait, now I'm confused. Is it in this little rock formation here?
I gotta warm up somehow.
We definitely do need to move. Oh, there it is. I knew I'd find it eventually, but I was starting to feel like I had made it up. That there wasn't really a cave around here, that I had just dreamt it at some point.
So cold. So cold.
At risk for hypothermia. Everyone's favorite. Oh, there's a guy up here. Hello, guy. I'm actually gonna wait and search you after I've warmed up a little bit. Invalid place. Here? Fine. Okay. Might as well use our accelerant. We've got plenty of it, and we need to lighten our load a little bit. That should be warm enough. There we go. Might as well reload while we're waiting. I think I just found a way to be able to replay that old 40s and 90s. Ooh, I'm intrigued. I like how they list the collectibles but don't actually... Wait, you can examine it. Ah, see, this is normally what they look like these days. That they have the little text on the side like this. "10 wolf close encounters." Oops. Wolf struggles 3. Okay, how's our temperature looking? That's better. Maybe we should cook something. So much coffee. A little more tricky to set up, but no rocket science. Alright, I'm intrigued. I thought I just heard something drop. I don't think I care about these antibiotics. What does he have in the backpack?
Maybe I can use this.
Guns, guns, guns! Yes! 7 techniques for the experienced shootist. Q&A with GGG columnist Paul Robinson. Fishing Paradise Mystery Lake. Where to hunt mule deer. Lee Enfield number 4. Make 2 Canadian Rangers weapon of choice. Summer 1997 edition. Rainbow trout fishing in Canada's coastal wonderland. Camp Mystery Lake in the heart of Great Bear Island. This is so cool. I really wish they hadn't changed the books. It does look like a magazine. You know what? I'm gonna add just like 1 stick to the fire and we're gonna do some reading. I'm curious to find out if Advanced Guns, Guns, Guns has 25 hours just like it does today. It does. There might be 6 in total, too, for the 6 types of books, that is. Okay. Warmed up. Do need something to drink. Might as well finish these like mini sodas. Buffering of doom! Oh no! I guess we can call that technical difficulties. Also me carrying stuff. This is fine. I'm gonna be very disappointed when we get to the point where they change the books. Wait, why does your inventory and book look so different now? Sorry, new here and haven't played in a hot minute. This looks so cool. Hey, what does the fox say? Welcome in. We are actually playing a very old version of the game, which is why it looks like this. It's currently 2016 in here. We're playing the Penitent Scholar version of TLD. And so this is like about 2.5 years into when it was first released. And so we've actually been playing through since early access alpha. We've been playing through all the different updates that are still available on Steam, and just kind of seeing how things have changed. And so, yeah, that's why some things look very, very different. A lot of the stuff looks the same. A lot of the things look just a little bit different. And then some things look drastically different, like those books. Self-buffering, but it may have been on my end. I did see that I've dropped a few frames. I don't know when that happened. It could have been the buffering. It could have been something else. Who knows? Currently, with the way I'm trying to access the event, we actually might be able to access every version of TLD, even the smaller bug fixes and content updates in between that are not listed in the time capsule. But the question is, do we want that? Like, do we really need all of every single bug fix version? I mean, it is kind of cool, but that's also a lot. Ah. Super. Ganz viel Deutsch. Danke, mega. Jetzt können wir das auch abhaken. Jetzt spreche ich ein bisschen Deutsch und ja, ich würde sagen, wir gehen jetzt halt hier runter. Oh, ja, auf einmal habe ich gedacht, irgendwas stimmt nicht mit meinem Spiel, weil es so ruhig war auf einmal. Aber es ist einfach ruhig geworden. Wir werden halt hier einfach ein bisschen was auf den Boden schmeißen. Und GG! Herzlichen Glückwunsch, mega, an den Bingo-Win. Was kann ich jetzt hier lassen? Ich kann eigentlich ganz viel weglassen. Aber ich will Sachen, die einfach sind, um aufzuheben. Weil ich gehe einfach nur hier zu der wie auch immer es heißt. diese kleine Höhle um die Ecke, wo ich... Ja, jetzt kann ich ein bisschen besser laufen. Und dann können wir runterklettern. Ich sag ja nicht, dass wir jede Version angehen sind, sondern nur, dass wir jede Version angehen könnten. Ja. Nee, das ist schon cool, muss man ehrlich sagen. Aber ich verstehe auch, warum sie halt in Time Capsule nur so viele anbieten. Es wäre sonst ein bisschen crazy. Okay, hier. Jetzt.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Ja. Was sagst du immer, Astrid? Eigentlich ist es halb so wild. Das schaffst du. Schaffst du. Okay, jetzt können wir herunterklettern, weil es ja eigentlich egal ist, dass wir zu viel tragen. Das ist tatsächlich schön. Sonst mache ich das nie, dass ich wirklich herunterklettere. Das ist in der Regel gehe ich einfach nur den Berg runter und hoffe nicht, dass ich hoffe einfach sehr stark drauf, dass ich nicht sterbe. In der Regel bedeutet das einfach nur ganz, ganz viele verstaute Knochen. Sorry, so quiet, trying to catch up on stuff. You let ADHD focus on today. No worries, Lily. I think a lot of us have had days like that. It's fine. I appreciate all my lurkers. Okay, let's grab all this stuff again. I actually wanted to pick up a different hacksaw before we left, but I forgot to do that, so I'll just grab this stuff and head on down the mountain. We'll be heading down the mountain when we come. We'll be heading down the mountain right now. 8 hours of daylight left. We are cold and tired. Oh, another important thing. We should load this thing. Okay. I can put that away, and let's climb on down. I gotta say, I do really like being able to climb encumbered. It's so nice. I fear to speak in German because I think people lose interest. Seems to be interesting though, imagine. He's struggling German Ranger. You know, I think it really depends on how your audience is. You know, I've got these little, like, these redeems for just a few German words or, you know, 3 minutes of German. And I think we've got enough people who are interested in the German language. And people who understand the German language, and enough people who are just, like, willing to deal with listening to a language they don't understand for 3 minutes, that it just kind of works out. Yeah, it just kind of works for us here. Oh, Lily, thank you for the share about this. Cheers. Man, the sound that Astrid just made, I was gonna say the Astrid that the sound just made. That, like, yawn sound, I thought was a bear behind us. Don't scare me like that, girl. Hey, dead wolf. Is this the one from our struggle? I'm gonna say yes. Cool. German language is great. It's just as great as English. I honestly love being able to speak both. I like to affectionately say, in all contexts of my life, I speak fluent Denglish now, because my English has kind of taken on a unique quality where I will sometimes literally translate German idioms, or I might sometimes throw in a random German word when I'm speaking English, and it's the same way the other way around too. I speak mostly German at work, but you know, sometimes I'll just try something out with an English idiom literally translated, or if I forget a word, I'll just use the English word, and so I don't really speak either anymore. It's both. It's actually really funny because English is my native language. My husband's native language is German. I work almost entirely in German. He works almost entirely in English. So people end up asking us, like, well, what language do you speak at home when it's just the two of you? And it's like, both? You know, either. Whatever comes out, comes out. We can, like, start a conversation in one language, switch to the other, start one sentence and end up in one language and end up in the other. It's just whatever works. I gotta say, I really appreciate knowing more than one language. Yeah, I don't know that I'd ever have reached this level of fluency if it weren't for having, you know, friends and family who speak German. That definitely helps. I think we can put this away now. Not interested in any other language other than Japanese, so not the point of actually learning it, so I could just read manga and watch anime without reading it, without needing it translated first. You know, I actually tried learning Japanese a couple of times, and it is very, very hard, especially when you don't have anyone to, you know, speak it with. But I think it's a fascinating language. Every time I learn something about the Japanese language, my mind is just, like, blown. I don't ever see myself actually being able to speak, read, or write it, but I think it sounds really pretty. And like I said, I enjoy learning little fun facts about the Japanese language. But I'm also just kind of a language nerd in general. I love all languages to some extent. You know, when I go somewhere new, I try to learn at least a couple of phrases in that language, even if it's just like, "Hello, do you speak English? Please help." But yeah, I enjoy learning about other languages too. We want to reach out to more people, that's why we speak English. Yeah, that completely makes sense. That completely makes sense. My husband is Russian, and trying to learn that language definitely a struggle at times. Yeah, I can imagine that. I've never tried to learn Russian, but I do know a little bit about some of the difficulties of learning Russian, just from, like I said, I'm kind of a language nerd, so every once in a while I'll just learn about certain aspects of a language, and so I can imagine that Russian is difficult. But I think it'd be cool to be able to read Russian, because I have to say, I took a class in college once that was about Polish and Russian writers, and I loved every single thing that we read. And I think it'd be really cool to read them in the original. That's actually why I started learning German, was because I started reading some books by German-speaking authors. And I was like, man, it'd be so cool to read these in the original. Well, there we go. Now I can. It'd be best if people were taught multiple languages as babies, because that's the best time to learn. Absolutely. It's just so difficult because obviously, like, small children can learn languages even from books and TV shows and stuff, but it's never quite the same as learning from someone who speaks the language and actually being able to interact with someone. And so it can be hard to have that kind of exposure to a language, but it would be ideal if everyone grew up with at least, like, a second language. Wish I could speak Russian, Spanish, and English. That would be really cool. Honestly, I think it'd be cool to just be able to learn any language. But I'm certainly not picky. I would, if I could just like wave a wand and learn any language, I wouldn't even care which one it is. I'd just be like, all right, surprise me. So slowly, but we've got 6 hours left. Maybe we should make a little fire here and sleep a little bit? I don't know if I have enough fuel for this. Too windy to start a fire there, but not too windy to start a fire here? Okay. Let's try.
Come on, little fire.
Good job, Astrid.
Perfect.
Oh, do I still need to wait to add coal? I do. I need to add 23 minutes. Okay. In the meantime, we could maybe make some coffee. Yeah, I think with those three, you'd get pretty far. I think that's true. Hey, Zert, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good weekend. This is cold coffee. I meant the hot coffee. Okay, slowly but surely we are taking care of our very, very heavy backpack. I still need to wait a little bit, don't I? I need 6 more minutes. Okay. Maybe we make another coffee then. The run is going pretty well. We just went up to the summit. We've had a couple of wolf struggles today, but we've managed to fight them off so far. Cooking too! We finally leveled up in something! There we go. But yeah, things are going pretty well for the most part. What books were you reading that made you want to learn German and French? I'm just curious about possible recommendations. So at the time, it first started off with poetry by Rainer Maria Rilke. And then I started reading a variety of books. I'm trying to think of the author. What is his name again? Oh, Hesse, Hermann Hesse. I had read a couple of different books by him. One was like the Glass Pearl Games, I think is what it's called in English. And I read his book Siddhartha, and I started one other book. I can't remember which one that one was. But I was really enjoying those at the time. And I actually was given a book of poetry, a book of Rilke's poetry that had the German on one side and the English translation on the other. And that's really what kind of inspired me. I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to actually be able to understand these originals and not just read the translations. Because with the books, with the regular novels, I didn't really think as much of it as I was reading, but having the poem on one side in the original really made me think like, I wonder how they did the translation, like how close is it, how literal, how much creative freedom did they put into it, and so that was really what I think tipped the scales to me wanting to learn German. trying to think if there were any other ones in particular. I then ended up taking a lot of courses on like German culture and history, and I ended up reading a bunch of different literature over the years. I also am and have always been a huge fan of Kafka, and even though he's originally from the Czech Republic, he wrote quite a few things in German as well. So that was also a little bit of the reason. I think we're gonna end up having to sleep in this cave. I hope it's gonna be warm enough for us to sleep in the cave all night, because I don't have much in terms of fuel. This could be a close one, actually. Flowers of darkness. Of daylight left. Maybe if I just have some coffee. Got one more. Nice try, Laszlo. I know there's no bear here. But it's always good to stay on your toes, because you never know when a bear could sneak up on you. Oh, so for any of you who have joined the stream since since we were at Summit, on our way up to the summit, we actually sprained an ankle crossing the tree bridge over here, and it made this sound as if we were going to slip and fall off. There was even an animation that made it look like we might fall off the tree bridge. It was absolutely horrifying, and at the same time, I'm really disappointed that I've never encountered this before, because I think it's a very, very cool and immersive animation. Now, I don't want it to happen again on the way back, but I still think it was very exciting the first time. I think it's probably because we're over encumbered. A better place to do it, except the crafting bench and coastal highway. I should have clipped that one. That was perfect. I wish I had thought to clip it too. Oh man, coastal highway. Those bears and I are not friends. Let's see. Will we make it over in one piece? I've never been more nervous about crossing one of these tree bridges. Okay, I guess I need to be patient until the new folder has the designated sides, since I see no download progress anywhere. Oh, okay. I guess patience is what the doctor ordered then. Okay. Made it over safely. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm way more nervous about crossing that now than I ever have been. Tell you this much, I'm downloading the old version via Steam console, and apparently I might be able to access the original Cougar 1.0 that way. Well, there you go! I know you preferred that version of the Cougar, so that'll be good. I don't remember a whole lot about the first Cougar because I didn't really encounter it. But one thing that I will never forget was seeing the Cougar attack Bathrobe, like, through the walls of that little cabin in, gosh, what is that region called again? You know, the hub of the Far Territories, where there's the 3 different connections. I don't remember what it's called. It's been too long. Didn't really get to experience it much since it was gone so fast. Yeah. I know there were some people who, like, lived and breathed the cougar as soon as it was added and really got to play with it a lot, but I didn't even get to encounter it once. I love this novel, The Notebook is also a good read. Love Kafka, especially his prose fragments. They're also great for busy people or short attention spans. For sure. I am, like, a huge Kafka fan. I have read most of his works. I'm starting to read more of them in German now. And when we went to Prague, this is many years ago already. It feels like it was only like 2 years ago, but it's actually probably more like 6. We went to the Kafka Museum, and that was definitely one of my highlights. Keep this out just in case. Hours of daylight left. I think we can make it. Original cougar was there for like 3 days. Yeah, it was very, very short. Very short-lived. But like I said, I know there were some people who just like assumed. See, I like the fact that that it's actually, you know, like a little swaying, and it actually feels like she just twisted her ankle. Yeah, like there's a stumble and yes, transfer pass. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. But yeah, she like stumbles and it actually feels like she's hurt herself. Smash for man now mods for he's streaming TLD from his Xbox now. He went live for the first time yesterday. Oh, that's exciting. I'll have to go give him a follow. I always love it when new TLDers decide to, you know, go live. Even if they don't decide that streaming is for them, I think it's cool to give it a try because the TLD community is so gung-ho and is like so excited about helping and watching and supporting everyone that it's just like, if you're gonna, if you ever thought about maybe trying streaming, the TLD community is like the place to do it. He's in the UK, so it might be compatible viewing time for you. Yeah, that definitely helps because like there are some streamers that I absolutely love and adore, and I like never catch them. I'll wake up and see, you know, they were live 4 hours ago. Well, so much for that. As soon as I finished it and made 4 days of night event accessible, I'll try to make it accessible to you as well. Maybe even the original Darkwalker. Okay, cool, thank you. I tried. I also don't know if my shout out thing even works when people aren't actually here. Never tried that. No, it must work. It must work as long as I know exactly how to spell their username. But yeah, sure, let's do a little shout out. Because like I said, the community is supportive. Wow, I'm screaming. My caps lock somehow got on. Shedman85. Yeah, there we go. You know what? Let me open up his, Oh, I don't know if this... Well, it must have worked properly since it pulled up that they were playing The Long Dark. Oh, I think you need to get rid of the @ sign when you actually click that link. Whoops. Oh well. At least I hope I can make them easily accessible, so you just have to say that it will include changing your PC clock. Okay! What, do I have to trick it into thinking I'm actually in 2017? I kid, it really doesn't matter to me if I have to change time zones or something, that's fine. I am intrigued, though. Stream's like a full minute behind the chat. I need to reset my browser or something. Okay. I wonder if that's on your end or if that's because of my dropped frames or something. Let me know if the refresh worked. Okay, I think around the corner is where that cave is, and I really hope the cave is warm enough. Kinda, yeah, since it changes the challenge every day based on the date it reads from the PC. Oh! I see. That makes sense. Because they did say it was going to come out at a specific time on a specific day. And then run for 24 hours each. Moving so slowly. I know it's because we're over encumbered. I don't know if I have to worry about a wolf over here, but I'm assuming I do. Maybe even two. Wait, shouldn't I have seen the cave by now? Wait, here it is. I walked past it, didn't I? Isn't it this thing right here with the little icicles? It'd be silly to bring out an update that people have to download every day. Yeah. Yeah. And then it would also be silly because what if you have issues with uploading the update every single day for like Chasm Cave? Thanks, Rob.
Feels like night is coming.
Alright, no book in here from the looks of it. Okay, I think we're gonna end up sleeping here. We've got about 2 hours of daylight left. It is warm enough. I'm just gonna eat the crackers because they'll make us, like, thirsty. Is all I'm thinking. We are carrying way too much stuff, as always. I really don't need all these peaches. This is crazy. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little less crazy. Can I craft anything from here? Make this. Which cave are we in now? This is the... I've already forgotten the name. Chasm Cave down by, like, the turbine, I think it is? Do I need to be rated? Well, there we go. That was convenient. Been happy about a returning game mechanic or kill Astrid, your choice. Well, I'm glad that of the three, my preferred choice happened. GG on that bingo win, Laszlo. Brancham, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you're all doing well. Let's see. Shout out to Brancham. Thank you very much for the raid. I do appreciate it. Apparently downloaded via Steam console, rather slow. Just 762 megabytes out of 3.5 gigs. That could take a while. No Wi-Fi Willy sadness. I know! He's not here anymore. It's really weird. Well, Brent, I hope that you had a good stream. What were you up to today? I actually Missed the shout out. Playing Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Cool, cool. I hope you had a good time. We've been dealing with wolves today. I've had like 3 wolf attacks today, but we're still alive. Do I want to bother with any of this? Maybe we actually do try and get back to Mountaineer's Hut at the world's slowest pace. 7 game overs in Paper Mario 2 today. I had a bad time. Aww, that's frustrating. Need a pop culture reference, please and thank you. I'm sure we can make that happen. Actually, I know we can make that happen. I was over encumbered and still am because of peaches, 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 peaches. Also, I'm gonna just call a couple of random ones before we, because I'm probably gonna end up wrapping up within the next like 20 minutes or so. So we'll just call some random events. Why not? Wait. Is that a cave at the moment, or what? I probably shouldn't be doing this in the dark. Oh, I have to admit that got me. Thanks, Benjamin. And GG Zert, congrats on that bingo win. Let's see, let's grab this so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, that helped 0%. Seriously, I can't see anything. What am I doing? Probably shouldn't be wandering around out here. This is probably not the best plan I've ever had. It's event 38. I did that only because I needed that on my bingo card. Well, there you go. It was a success. I can't tell what I'm doing. What do you mean less than an hour of daylight? What daylight? Thank you, Zert. Wait, didn't I? Oh. Oh, I did the jump scare one. Sorry. Crud. Now I can't tell if I'm still going in the right direction. I think I am, though. 1.12 gigs out of 3.5. Steam console download slow. Yeah, I didn't realize I had 2 jump scare events. That would explain it. Oh, thank you for forgiving me. I appreciate the kindness. And GG on that bingo win. Alright. This is so slow. Whose idea of daylight is this? I'm sorry, this is no longer daylight. Shabby! Coming in with the rave! Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Shabby. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I hope stream went well. Oh my goodness, my caps lock is back on again. I don't actually want to shout my shout out. There we go. Hey, Rootbeard. Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. We are currently in 2016, in the dark, so you might not notice the differences yet. 2 raids in a row, you can't possibly end the stream. Mega, thank you for the biddies. Honey Waffle, good stream. Back in the ravine, always a good time. Nice. I'm glad you had a good stream, and thank you again for bringing your community on over here. I do appreciate that. I can't see what I'm doing. We're trying to, we're currently in Timberwolf Mountain, and we thought maybe, in that cave down near, I think it's the engine, you know, it's near the modern day, like, Blackrock entrance. I thought maybe there would be a book down there. I'm trying to collect the skill books. This is a common theme here on this channel, but, I thought it'd be cool because they look so different in this version of the game, and I'd like to collect them all so I can see what they all look like. And now I can't see anything, so there is that. And supposedly we have less than an hour of daylight left. I don't see how this is daylight, but you know, I guess the game's just trolling us a little bit. I'm really scared right now. We lost track of where we are right now. We are on our way back up to Mountaineers. So these are like the cool rolling hills. I have to keep an eye out for the bear. Hopefully that sort of helps. I hope I'm not totally lost. Are we in the west or east? I have no idea. I do not know where the cardinal directions are in any of the maps. If I'm not mistaken, we should be heading up over the hill and approaching the lake. Yeah. Here we are. I never tried any of the old versions. I should give it a whirl sometime. I highly recommend it. We just started doing this as like, as a series of adventures that we started at the beginning of the new year. So we started off in Early Access Alpha, and Mav here has put together a list of all the different updates that are available on Steam, and actually like linked all of the update videos and came up with a couple of challenges here and there. So we've been going through that list. And we did skip a few, or rather we combined a few of them, of the updates recently. But yeah, we're exploring Timberwolf Mountain for the first time. It's only just been added. And I'm having a lot of fun. I would highly recommend checking out the old versions of the game. I think that's the bear over there by that. Are those bear crows? I thought those were a myth. I didn't realize they just took them out of the game. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Sorry, I'm really excited about this actually. I'm gonna call that being happy about a new mechanic, even though it's not really a mechanic per se. I gotta stick over here because it's like really close. Were we in that open cave area yet? Yes, we were. I only found a piece of firewood. Oh, stand up. Yes, thank you. Wait, we're already at 3 hours? Oh my goodness. And here I said today was going to be a short stream. Oh, this is not good. I can tell he's there. I'm very scared. I'm gonna go in the hut. I think I'm gonna just like start a little fire and maybe sleep here for just a little bit, because I'm a little nervous about running into this bear in the dark.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
There's still their Bash made a video about the myths. See, I've never noticed it before. I've heard people talk about them, but I've never been able to hear them myself. So I thought maybe they just didn't exist. I still hear him. play the game called Garage Simulator, you could really be excited about a new mechanic. Or, you know, when you head to Quonset Garage. Watching Hadrian on YouTube earlier, he had this whole segment where he pointed out the difference between weather crows and bear crows. I couldn't hear a difference at all. You know, I don't think I've ever heard a difference in the crow sounds, but I just never, I've never heard them at night before. And I only heard crows as soon as I noticed the bear. He is very close. Oh, I really hope we can get him. Oh, that would be so nice. That would be so much fun. I can't tell where he is, though. For some reason, I can't place my bedroll in here. I don't know why. But I can place it here, though. That makes sense. Oh, this is so scary. It used to be a bug when wolves and bears were able to attack you when sleeping in a fishing hut. Oh, thank you for that. Use the flaming stick of justice. I must have hit him. I must have hit him because we got that little skill up thing on the side. We're just gonna take this and try and head back. Oh my goodness. That was like scary and exciting, and there wasn't really much to see, but there was a lot of feels. Also, wait a minute. I think I messed up my book counter. Shouldn't we have 4? We've got the fishing book, advanced guns, carcass harvesting, and frontier shooting guide. So yeah, we should have 4. Let's go head inside, get some sleep. We're just gonna throw this burning stick on the ground, because that's the kind of thing that you do. So, actually, I'm gonna be wrapping up soon, but I do want to show you guys just how cool these books used to look. I'm so excited about them, and I can't believe they changed them. So we've got our Frontier Shooting Guide, which is a little bloody on the back. We have, oops, I didn't mean to drop that one. I mean pick that up, drop it again. We've got Field Dressing Your Kill. Advanced Guns, which actually looks like a magazine of sorts, but somehow you can get 25 hours of research in it still. And then we have the Frozen Angler. And both the Frozen Angler and Field Dressing Your Kill are both by local authors. I think that is so cool. I love the way that they look. We should probably have something to eat and drink. Yes, we assume that there are going to be 6 in total, because as of right now, we only have the following skills. We've got carcass harvesting, cooking, fire starting, ice fishing, and rifle. There is no revolver at this point. There is no mending. What else are we missing from modern day? Is that it? I feel like there's one more. Oh yeah, gunsmithing. There's no gunsmithing at this point. So, we've got just these skills at the moment. And today we actually leveled up for the first time. We leveled up our cooking skill, which is exciting. Okay, so we should maybe have a little bit more to drink, and then we can get some sleep. Love the back of the field dressing. I do too. I love the fact that, like, on the back of some of them, you get little blurbs about the author and like a little summary. I think it's so cool. The old graphic for Pinnacle Peaches looks like the new graphic for Oatmeal. You're right. It does look very similar. Oh yes, of course, archery too. Right. There's a new game coming out from the devs who made It Takes Two. Cool. Alright, I think we need to get some sleep now. Did I actually drink? I did. Okay. I was gonna say, I couldn't remember if I actually had done that. Let's get some rest. I want to see, we have now survived a week. Oh, Scars Healed Over, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Good to have you here. I'm actually really curious. Did we kill that bear? Bears killed one. We did. He did die. I wonder if he's on the ice. You can see him from here. I don't see him from here. Also, that wolf despawned really quickly. We killed a wolf maybe like 2 days ago, and he died over there by the meeting of the two rivers. And I don't see him there anymore. So I think if we want that bear, we probably would need to get him sooner rather than later. It's called Split Fiction Co-op like It Takes Two. You play as two characters who are writers and get stuck in their own stories, but their stories get mixed together. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, can we craft anything yet? No, I have no guts yet. Guess maybe we should drop these hides then. That'll lighten our load a little bit. We also do not need 17 cured leathers on us at any given time. We do need that. 25 is not an unreasonable amount. I don't think we really need the hacksaw right now. While we're in Timberwolf Mountain, we definitely don't need that. We can leave the quality tools here. Cool. I think we should do a little bit of reading. Oh, I shouldn't have buried my books. I didn't mean to do that. Here, we should actually, like... Oh, I can't turn them! I forgot that I can't do that yet. You can't rotate. You can pick up things and move them around, but you can't rotate them. I'll put this up here. Where's our last book? Here it is. Now we can drop all those things on the ground again. Let's see, there's the wolf. And then I was thinking
snow
we could...
and nothing to drink.
Oh, right. That's important. I just read up about the 4 days of night more closely. Apparently this wasn't a time-restricted mode, but applied to all sandbox runs during that time. Hinterlands even said on the forums back then that people should start another sandbox if they were worried about their progress. Oh. Oh, that's, good to know. Hashtag bring back the books. How did you get 21 rose hips? I don't know. I haven't actually been paying attention to how many you harvest each time. Maybe it's different now. Like, maybe they changed how many you need for a tea and stuff like that. Because it doesn't actually tell you how many you need to make a tea. You just kind of, you go to the bush and you harvest them, and then you go to make the tea and it just makes it. So I have no idea how many you actually need. Maybe they've changed that. Seems kind of like a strange, arbitrary thing to change, but who am I to judge? They also changed these, and I really don't understand that decision. Okay, I actually wanted to read the book to save. There it is. They're showing a few of the levels and mechanics for those levels, and they show one level where you play as pigs. You play as pigs, and then they show a barbecue. Oh no! It's on your current sandbox. Would have been 4 real-life days of perpetual darkness, demon wolves, treats, pumpkin pies, jack-o'-lanterns, and 4,000 wolves. That sounds horrifying. I definitely would have started a separate run just for that, because... oh boy. Did it actually just save then? I wasn't paying attention. It doesn't say that it's saved. It doesn't say that it saves when you pass time either. Alright, we're just gonna sleep an hour because I'm gonna have to wrap up. It's 8 o'clock now. And I did say that today was gonna be a shorter stream. 3 hours is still shorter than usual, but it's not quite as short as I had intended. Oh well. But I thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know that I did, and I look forward to continuing this run and maybe going to find that bear next time. I'll be back again on Friday. And we will continue the raid train and find someone for us to raid. Would be funny if the Time Warp Librarian could just bring those old magazines back to Thompson's Crossing today. That would be really cool. Yeah, let's see. We've got a couple of people on. Barbara, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, it looks like Knife was on doing custom interloper, so let's go see how that's going. Yeah, I hope you all have a great start to your week, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you all for your support in all of its many forms, whether it's chatting, rating, following, subscribing, just lurking. I appreciate every single one of you, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon. Have a good one. Thank you, Rob. And bye for now.